Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners. Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where, as usual, we take a look at whatever interesting bits of news we can find about Puerto Vallarta or Jalisco or our country, Mexico. We also take a look at what you bring to the table, your questions, your ideas, your suggestions, things that are important to you as you go about enjoying Puerto Vallarta or are getting ready for your upcoming trip. We love to get together with you every morning and exchange information that can be useful to everyone. So today is no exception. It is Thursday, January 16, and it is a pleasure to see you. As always, we're going to have a few news. And as always, if you are kind enough to add a capital letter Q to important comments, we'll be happy to acknowledge them. And of course, if you are new to the broadcast and wish to have a nice little welcome, just write a capital letter N, and we'll give you a nice acknowledgement as well, and a nice little welcome. And speaking of welcomes, I want to acknowledge Monica and Brad Zimmel, or Bronica, as I call them. I acknowledge you guys because you recently renewed your membership, and I am very appreciative of that. I'll be the first person to admit that sometimes I get spacey about acknowledging memberships and coffees and this, that, and the other, but trust me, it is very, very much appreciated. So let us take a look at what we have this morning. I already see some interesting comments, but I'm going to skip them and go right into the news. We had mentioned this a few days ago, but now we have clarity and specific information to share. As is customary, Mayor Munguía will present a report on the first 100 days of his administration. This will happen at Los Arcos at the Malecón, and he will highlight the progress made since the start of his term on October 1st of last year. The speech will take place this Saturday, January 18 at 5 p.m. More details about the things he's expected to address can be found in the referenced article, which is written in English by Banderas News. And if you're living in the North Shore, if you're living in Bahía de Banderas, this photo may make you excited. You're looking at the old Mercabastos. This was a wholesale market that was built a number of years ago. I never went in that I can think of. And now it's been demolished and it's being replaced by a brand new Home Depot. So the good news is if you are in the North Shore and you need to go to Home Depot to get supplies, you won't have to come all the way down to Puerto Vallarta. Of course, now all the nice friends that live in the North Shore are crossing their fingers for a new Costco, but we don't have any news about that happening yet. In the meantime, this makes me remember when the first Home Depot, the Home Depot in Puerto Vallarta, was in construction, and we were all kind of excited to see how it would turn out. So there you have it. Once we have more information about when this is going to be ready for shopping, we will let you know. And also, thanks to Banderas News, we learned more details about the International Friendship Club and their 40th anniversary fundraising efforts. They're holding this raffle that we mentioned a couple of days ago. And through this raffle, the organization is hoping to raise 200,000 pesos. The International Friendship Club was established in 1985, and they have spent the members have spent 4 decades supporting local charities and improving the lives of countless residents through a variety of programs. Not too long ago, we were giving away some memberships to the International Friendship Club because they offer discounts in a large number of businesses here in town. So the membership, which I believe was it's 600 pesos per person, um, it essentially pays for itself. So it is always a good idea to find out what the International Friendship Club is up to and find out ways in which you can help. And it is not always about money. It is sometimes also just as important about volunteering. And pretty soon we'll have some interesting thoughts about volunteering since somebody asked not too long ago about volunteering in Puerto Vallarta. So that thought didn't go unnoticed. So we're looking at that. Okay, I'm not going to give it away. We're going to switch over to the weather. I'm not ready to tell you about what I want to tell you, but I should be ready to tell you next week. Meanwhile, oh, Snarky Weather says, I was really hoping the Nintendo Switch successor would be something crazy, like now you play games on an umbrella. Woo, that is sketchy. But what I do know is that Nintendo has just released a new game, Chingadera. And I looked at it and I briefly remembered the times in which I used to love playing Super Mario Brothers. That was a long time ago. Do, 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 23 degrees right now. Humidity is at 68%. And our weather forecast tells us that we can expect clear skies in the morning with partly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 27 and a low of 16. Then tomorrow, Friday, we can expect mostly clear skies in the morning with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 27 and a low of 16. And last in this segment, on Saturday, we can expect partly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 27 and a low of 16. Of course, now the music of the old Mario Brothers game it's going to be my earworm for today. I can already feel it. Who remembers playing Mario Brothers? Do you remember the original Nintendo console? Or were you not a video game player? Just let us know in your comments. Meanwhile, I'm going to move on to other interesting things. And do I still have that? Yes, I do. Our friends at the Rey Lounge de Versalles, which is this amazing space where you can eat and have a cocktail in temperature controlled comfort right on Vienna Street. They have alerted us of this series of events, our party for the pooches. That's what it's called. I think it may be happy hour for the pooches, but I'm not sure. This is a series of events to benefit the Sula Society. And the Sula Society, of course, I was curious. I had to go look it up because I was not entirely sure of what it was. And it is a dog rescue and animal shelter that gives the homeless animals of Puerto Vallarta a second chance because every animal deserves to have a happy home. So these are events, and there's going to be art auctions that are going to take place at El Rey Lounge de Versalles. And of course, being curious as I am, I figured, well, I'm going to go Google the Sula Society because I know nothing about them. And I think I can do this. Where is it? Safari. There it is. So I know nothing about this organization, but take a look at their volunteering page. I'm going to scroll through this because I had never seen a volunteering page like this one in an organization here in Puerto Vallarta. Um, it has a very detailed list of all the volunteering opportunities that they have, and they tell you where the location would be, the experience level that you need, and what you would do if you became a volunteer for this organization. And if that is not specific enough, at the bottom, there is a very detailed volunteer application form, asking all kinds of things, uh, showing you the choices of things that you can select based on what was written above, when you can get started, and all kinds of information, including, last but not least, what moved you to volunteer with Sula Society. Now, not to throw shade at organizations that don't have it this well prepared or anything, but you save yourselves a lot of homework and a lot of time when you provide potential volunteers with screening tools such as this one, because right off the bat, you get to find out where you might be useful if you're interested in volunteering with an animal organization. What a nice way to do it, Sula Society, and congratulations. Hopefully, more organizations will be inspired by this very nicely put together setup. And last but not least, not related to Puerto Vallarta, but you know me, I like to go to my movies, and I want to show you this image. Here we go. Okay, a priest, a Latin American priest from the new movie Conclave, which I have seen and I hope you will watch because it is beautifully made. And of course, the inclusion of a Latin American actor having an important scene in the movie was not unnoticed by me. I was taken by his performance. But what I just learned is that he is a Mexican actor. His name is Carlos Diaz, and he is a Mexican actor that has been living in Canada for over a decade. We never know why people go away to relocate in other countries, especially Mexican talent. But I'm just happy that he got the part, and I'm just happy that he's happy with it. And I just thought I'd mention it to you. There you go. Let's see what else. Before we get into the chit chat, we had another wonderful spotlight set of interviews yesterday. We spoke with Mari Torres de Gonzalez, who talked about acupuncture treatment, what is available, whether it's right or wrong for you, and many other details. Then we spoke with my friend Neil Gerlosky, who talked about all a series of outdoor wellness activities that he's doing, from mushroom collection to foraging hikes and whatnot. I will be uploading the interviews to YouTube today for you to be able to enjoy later on. And of course, I'm going to start talking about what's coming next week. We can do that tomorrow. Sure, why not? In the meantime, as you know, the Spotlight is our great opportunity to connect with movers and shakers, with event producers, with people that provide products and services to improve the quality of our lives here in Puerto Vallarta. And we love creating those connections. Best of all, they are free. Our interviews are. Yes, yes, yes. Let's take a quick look at what you're up to. What are you up to today? Let us know in the comments. What am I up to today? Well, I have been sketchy, as I tend to be because I get frazzled, but I am going away this weekend. So I'm preparing content for you to enjoy. I will be gone on Saturday, I will be gone on Monday, and I will be gone on Tuesday. So I am trying desperately to train my digital assistants to pronounce Spanish words and phrases like pueblos mágicos, or to pronounce words like amapas. And they're not that smart when it comes to foreign pronunciation. So if you see my digital assistants delivering content for you over the weekend and at the beginning of next week, please don't go too hard on them. They're just trying to learn Spanish as much as we all are. Let's see. I see a lot of good mornings. Thank you very much. Da, 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 da. Sherry is counting 12 days to go. How exciting. I love it. Oh, my goodness. Some of you may want to know I did visit briefly with our dear friend Den and his wife Kathy and their daughter Jess. Den is recovering. His mobility, his sense of humor seems like it never left, and it was just so nice to spend time with my dear friend who has given us a big scare but is now on the mend. Let's see. Puri-pum. Logan asks, can this weather last forever, please? It has been so wonderful to enjoy the fresh morning air. That's for sure. Ba-dum, pum, 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 pum. Do, 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 do. How very funny. I see Laura says Puerto Vallarta could really use another Costco, which is true. But Logan nails it by saying, if all the lovely friends we have in Riviera Nayarit would stay there to do your own shopping in your own stores, we wouldn't have as much congestion and traffic down here. I totally agree. Let's see. Padim pam pum pum. La 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 la. My son was obsessed with Mario. So was I in college. Oh my goodness. I remember the original Mario Brothers and I'll have this playing in my head the rest of the day. Tundu tundu tundu. Tundu tundu tundu. Okay, that was my very bad impersonation of a Mario song. Where are you traveling to on the weekend? I'm happy to answer that. There are 1, 2, 3 pueblos mágicos in the state of Jalisco that are within comfortable driving distance from Puerto Vallarta. These towns are Talpa de Allende, Mascota, and San Sebastián del Oeste. So I am going to all 3, starting with Talpa de Allende. We are driving out on Saturday morning, spending the night in Talpa de Allende. Then on Saturday morning, we're coming back to Mascota to spend the day and driving around the town, going up the roads on the Sierra, where there's a couple of beautiful, tiny, tiny towns to explore. I know all of these places very well, but I haven't been in a long time, and I'm going with friends that have never seen any of this. So that should nurture me and them, of course, I hope. But it is always, I've said this before, I love showing people around, because whenever you see something through the eyes of someone that is experiencing for the first time, I just think it's really nurturing, right? So that's on Sunday. Sunday afternoon, we're driving to San Sebastián del Oeste, where we're spending Sunday night and Monday night. Of course, this is the week in which San Sebastián del Oeste is celebrating their patron saint fiestas, with the big culmination of them being on Monday. Monday is the big shindig. It's the rodeo. And, of course, it's going to be loud and crazy, lots of church bells ringing. And we come back on Tuesday early afternoon. So I'm excited to bring my camera and gear and collect photos and things to bring to show you. And it'll be fun. Yay. Let's see. Let's see. Paula is looking for a few cluster friends to join her on her Oculto dinner on February 24th. There you go. So if you want to attend this, please send Paula a message, and she will give you all the necessary information. And Carmen endorses Sula Society. They are known for taking in very difficult cases. They do a great job of helping free our streets from stray dogs. That's great to know. Thank you very much for that. And, I'm so glad you went to see Conclave, Muffin. I had the pleasure of viewing Conclave last night after months of looking forward to it. Certainly one of the best made films of the year. all around, and he played a significant part in the collaboration. We're talking about this Mexican actor whose photo I just shared rather. And of course, Conclave is also being discussed a lot for major awards, along with Emilia Perez. So there you have it. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, Jess. So nice to see you yesterday, Paco. My dad lit up when he saw you. Well, I lit up when I saw Dan. And oh my goodness, it is so great. I look forward to more quality time together and watching movies and all these wonderful things. Certainly going to the movies the other day without Dan felt a little empty. Da 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 da. And I think we are done. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Do 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 do. Sherry says, I remember when Pong was considered a must do. Oh, I remember Pong as well. Also from my college years. Anyhow, here we are at the end of another Coffee and Headlines. Thank you very much for joining me today. And thank you for joining me every day. Your presence is always appreciated. And thank you, of course, for sharing everything we do with your friends and associates, for spreading the word of all the things that we bring to the table. Have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning.